How you doing?
I'm good, man. I flew in special just to promote my shows at the Paramount. I got one night, 2 shows, and I'm taping my comedy special for Showtime.
Yeah, people, we're going to be sitting up here getting to know Steve-O very well. If you don't know Steve-O, of course, Jackass fame and of other things, we're going to be having a conversation with him. Damn, you laid back as fuck, man. I like this. You melted into that seat right there.
You ask me whatever you want, man.
Look at them. They already messing with Steve, too. Like the chat messes with people, man. They fucking with you right now. Look at this. They already put pictures of him up as clowns and shit. Is that a real gif of you right there?
Yeah. I'm a circus clown before I was on TV.
That's right. Yeah, you like professional clown. You went to clown
Ringling
school.
Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Clown College, man.
Damn, see, man.
So you hear about clown college, but I never thought it was a real thing until I heard him talk about that.
Well, we got a guy with a degree right there.
Statistically, it was harder to get into clown college than Harvard.
Is it?
Yeah, because the animal abusers, motherfuckers, the Ringling Circus, they have 2 units of the circus, so they're always in 2 cities at the same time, and they switch schedules every year. So each unit does 50 cities of clown college auditions in 100 cities every year, or they did anyway, because they don't have clown college anymore.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, they don't have clown college anymore?
Nah, man, they shut it down like literally after I graduated. Like,
wow.
I was in the
What did you do, man?
you shut that shit down.
I know.
Shut it down.
You must have been fucking a lot of clown chicks or something, man.
I did.
Oh, I know.
Right. Well, I only had sex with one clown. But
In full clown makeup and shit?
She wasn't wearing her makeup, man. That fucking makes it so pointless. It's like,
Right. It could have been anybody.
like I wrote a joke about this, man. Like, having sex with a clown is not wearing her makeup. It's like banging a flight attendant on the ground.
It is, man.
It's pointless, man.
I don't know. You might want to ask my girlfriend about that.
Was she a flight attendant?
No, she thinks I'm a fucking clown. So, you know. There she is out there. Hey, thank you, everybody, for coming in and making Steve-O feel at home. Thank you so much.
You guys watch all the movies?
Hey, everything.
I'll tell you my favorite ones, okay?
What? All right.
What I've seen recently. The Gift. That was badass.
It was.
The Gift was badass. It fucked me up, man. I was like, damn, I got some shit I got to make right.
I was going to say, who did you bully in high school?
Well, it's not even like that, but just, like fucking like chicks that you burned, It's like,
Yeah,
like,
man.
I got to fucking make shit right, man.
Yeah,
That's why I went to sex addict rehab.
Did you really?
Yeah, I can't even believe anybody even chuckled at that. Normally, like, that really fucking cools the room right off.
Yeah, no.
Normally it might, but looks like you guys might have something in common.
Hey man, shit. Why'd you have to bring that shit? Because see, I don't want to say shit because my girlfriend's in the room right now.
Right.
But yeah, she laughing right now, but she gonna be mad at me when she gets home.
She already knows.
She knows, and I've told her everything. In fact, she's caught me in some crazy shit before we first got together. But I've been to therapy for sex addiction too, man.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, dude, you know what? I commend us for that because it's like, I mean, guys are fucking
horny
sleazebags, like whatever. It's not unusual. What's unusual is the guy willing to do the work to change that shit,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
like if a guy's married, he's hanging out with his buddies, he's like, oh man, he's like got his wedding ring on. He's like, oh dude, you should have seen the fucking piece of pussy I fucked last night, and that's like perfectly normal. That's fucked up.
So when do we ever meet each other and have this conversation?
Yeah, I don't want to be that way, man. Like I want to fucking learn how to be in a healthy relationship, and so that's my deal.
Well, a couple of questions for you, then, since we're on this subject. We'll get into the promotion for the show and everything, but since you and I are bonding over, overactive dicks. Now, how did you? Now, at what point in your life did you realize, God damn, I got a problem, man?
I promised myself, like, you know what? This isn't working for me, man. Like going around traveling on the road all the time, trying to hump chicks everywhere I go. It's just like I don't want to do that. I want to I want to be happy. I gotta learn how to be in a relationship. So I promised myself, man, I'm not gonna fucking fool around with chicks anymore on the road. And then everywhere I went, something popped up.
Yeah, your dick.
Right, I mean, whatever. It was just it was crazy. I just couldn't stop, man. I tried to stop and I couldn't fucking stop. And so then I started seeing the therapist guy.
Yeah, I mean, that comes with your territory, man. I mean, I'm looking at how girls want. I'm sorry, women are fucked up. I mean, guys are fucked up too, needless to say, but women are
Right.
fucked up. Women just want to be groupies for anything.
Right, man. I got a joke about that, dude. Fucking like it's not against women at large either. It's just certain women, man. There's certain women, if they've seen you on television and then they spot you in real life, they turn into baseball vendors. Hot pussy.
That ain't no joke.
Fresh beaver.
Well, that's the thing. I used to, he and I've been, we've been
slinging
hanging
that
out
shit.
for 20 years, and I'd watch him, and he had a problem, but women would just like throw themselves in his lap, like pussy would just rain out of the sky on him. I was like,
Man.
I felt bad for him. It's like, what can he do?
I know. I had an umbrella and shit. Shit just kept coming
I
down.
didn't run into a lot of problems with my buddies like having too much sympathy for me getting too much pussy.
No, that's why I like. That's why I kept him around. Oh, I was just talking. I don't know what to do with all this pussy, Martin. Help me.
They were like, you gotta stop. Oh, go ahead.
I realized how bad I was when I almost tore somebody's life apart. When I realized like I'm really ruining somebody's life. Somebody back there laughing and shit.
Why was that funny?
I'm like, man, I
Right.
tore somebody's life apart. Funniest thing they said all night.
Jesus.
No, man. That's good to hear. So you talked about how you want to get into a stable relationship. Are you in that right now?
Nah, man.
Because you're traveling so much, and now
Right, I'm traveling a lot. Yeah.
you're moving into this new phase where you're doing stand-up comedy.
Well, it's not that new, man. I've been on the road doing stand-up for 5 straight years.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
what's
I did
new-
hear you say that.
Yeah, what's new is I'm taping my first comedy special for
Mm-hmm.
Showtime. And it's going to be fucking... Dude, this... Like, I got everything is riding on Austin, Texas, man. I picked Austin, Texas, like, out of anywhere in the whole world I could do it, I picked Austin, Texas. And I'm fucking... I got it all riding on there, man. It's like make or break, dude.
So
you know?
this is your investment then.
Yeah, like, I mean... And I know that when the special comes out and then I gotta fucking retire all that material and fuck it, like, I'd rather be a comedy factory than a comedy warehouse. 5 years ago when I really decided, like I told you, I started stand-up in 2006, like almost 10 years ago. And I was fucking around, I was wasted, I was way more busy, I was dabbling in it and like not even doing a good job. When I got sober, then it took me a couple years and then like, when we filmed Jackass 3D and that movie's getting ready to come out, like one of the very first things before we were really promoting it, like I went into this go to do this interview and they're like cycling people through and Dane Cook was in there, and like they said, oh dude, just fucking, it'll be hilarious, just go and just crash into his interview. And so I walked into his interview and I said, yo man, like we're on like right on this fucking like young Hollywood thing, and I said, yo man, like I've done stand-up before, I used to do it. And, like, I really want to fucking get back into it. And, like, since I got sober, like, I don't want to be in a nightclub. I don't want to be in a bar. I don't have any fucking good reason to be in a nightclub or a bar. But I have every reason to be in a comedy club. It's like something legitimately to do, to enjoy. And like I got a reason. I'm going to the comedy clubs and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the stage and I'm thinking, motherfucker, I should be on that stage. And I'm sick of fucking pussying out. Oh, I'll get off my ass and do it at some point. Oh, I'll start writing some material and I'll do it. And I said, I said, Dane, I don't want to fuck around anymore. I want to dive in. And Dane said, cool, man. Fucking next week we'll fucking get you on stage at the Hollywood Improv. And fucking and so he said, I'll give you my number. We fucking set a time. So it wasn't like, I'll do it when I'm ready. I had like fucking, whether I was ready or not, motherfucker, I was going on that stage. And I spent that whole week fucking writing and going to the open mic and practicing it. And I met up with Dane Cook and I went on like fucking, it was like 2 comedians after Sarah Silverman, like right before Dane Cook, just swimming with sharks, man. And fucking, and I did my set. I was on for like 10 minutes. Then Dane went on for like 20 minutes. It was over, like whatever. Like we sat down, he gave me notes. The first thing he said was, I'm not sending you back to the drawing board. And I was like, wait, hold on a second. He just told me my shit didn't suck, And like, he took me under his wing and he fucking like, coached me, he gave me notes, and he fucking like, he like gave a shit about helping me out. And like, it's such a big deal, man. Like, it's such a big deal, like more even than like what he said. And he gave me great fucking ideas. Like, by the third time, he's like, man, don't feel like you had to be locked into a way that you fucking, you know, tell a bit, you know, like it's a conversation with the crowd. Like, don't fucking lock. And then the next time he's like, man, he's like pissed at me. He's like, man, now you're getting fucking too comfortable, man. Like at first you were like, all like nervous because like, oh, what if I forget something and then I can't fucking, like, oh, like you were so fucking nervous at first. Now you're fucking too comfortable, man. You look lethargic up there. You look like lethargic up there. You're gonna fucking put people to sleep. He's like, you gotta remember, this is a fucking performance, man. You're a performer, dude. You have to be an animated version of yourself up there. You can't, you know?
Oh, come on.
I'm kidding, man.
You can't, you know, like you, and I'll never forget every word he fucking said. You know, here's a guy who sells out arenas, man.
That should tell you something about how we judge people's stage personas and how we judge, and how we judge not only the stage personas, but how people are marketed, especially today through the internet and social media. Because people, I got this feeling, I think people really hate Dane Cook because they're just told to hate Dane Cook.
He makes a target out of himself in certain ways, you know, and I'm fine with that. Like, whatever, that's his deal. I mean, he's a certain way, and like, that's just how he is, man, and fucking bless his heart. All I'm saying is that, like, he put so much wind in my sails 5 years ago. Every night to the comedy club, I didn't care. I went and fucking did a set every night, and I fucking worked at it, and I knew that it was fucking gonna happen when I came to Austin to promote fucking Jackass 3D, and I wind up in a fucking situation. I got fucking 3 chicks sucking my dick, you know, and I was like, dude, like I fucking thought about it. Like I woke up the next morning and I was like, damn.
I like how you just casually throw that in and just keep going.
I fucking love Dane Cook after that.
Well, right, but this was promoting Jackass 3D in Austin at like whatever the fucking I don't think it was South by Southwest, but it was some festival. Not big enough of a festival to send everybody from Jackass, but big enough to send Steve-O by himself. So I'm like the guy, you know? I'm the guy, and when I say to this chick at this event, I'm like, hey, you know, like, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Like, you think you could give me a ride to my hotel, you know? And so she's like, yeah, you know? We're fucking getting into her car, and like her 2 friends come running across the parking lot. Steve-O, do you want 2 more girls? You know? I'm like,
oh, I guess.
Let me think about it, right? And so, like, but the thing was, after the whole deal went down, the next morning, right? It didn't even occur to me. It didn't even occur to me that it was a bit, let alone like the most epic bit ever, right? But like, fucking, I texted someone, and I was like, I texted this girl, like this Jackass producer. I was like, man, 3 chicks sucked my dick. You wouldn't even believe it. If the first one didn't fucking chew on it so hard, I never would have got through all 3. You know? And I'm like, holy shit, because I mean, that's the fact, dude. Like this, and I got all these, it's a fucking, that's not the bit that I'll be the saddest to lose when the special comes out, man.
I know a lot of people, they know you for Jackass, man, which, and look, we be honest with people, you know,
Sure,
we don't kiss a whole lot of ass, but
we love
Jackass is fucking funny, man. That's one of the best. That year it came out, we said, you know what, this is the year's best documentary right here. You just like
did not laugh harder that whole year.
I know, I like the way Steve was looking at himself like, ooh, goddamn, I did all that. But you are known for Jackass, you're known for your stunts, you're known for your pranks. How many people actually know that you do stand-up?
It's a good question, man. They like, you know, at large, like the consciousness of the public, they don't know, man. They hear I'm going to be in the comedy club, they think I'm going to punch myself in the dick for an hour. And, like,
which granted would be funny.
Right, and you know, the thing is that when people find out I got my own comedy special, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? And I know that, and that's why, like, from when I started doing comedy, it was like, okay, I'm doing comedy and stunts, like a variety show. And then over the course of the last 5 years, what I've done is like way less stunts and like it's more like comedy, and then I do a couple tricks at the end. But for the special, I'm going to war. Like, I'm gonna fucking have the most violent fucking entrance in the history of comedy specials. Like, within the first 5 minutes, I'm gonna be engulfed in fucking flames. I'm gonna be on fire, fucking with my head on fire, motherfuckers blowing fireballs off my head. Circus tricks, fucking, I'll be butt ass naked.
Holy shit.
I'll be fucking covered in my own blood. And,
I like the way the audience is kind of like.
So everybody buy tickets for the first show.
Yeah, you gotta get. Yeah, you gotta get.
I'm gonna do it all twice. I don't give a fuck.
So the Steve-O circuses gotta be in the future.
The Steve-O one-man circus.
I mean, I guess. I mean, that's how I'm treating it. You know, like the stunts all happen like pretty quick. You know, and they're on like story points, like throughout. It's like a one-man show. You know, like it's on story points, like everything I do. Yeah, and then the last thing is where I'm gonna be covered in blood, you know, because like by the end of it, I've reached the point where I'm like a fucking vegan, dog and cat rescuing, hybrid driving, clean and sober, fucking, you know, meditator. You know,
Right.
Like I gotta do something fucking severe at the end to make sure people don't fucking walk away thinking I'm a pussy, you know.
Oh hell yeah!
And then once I'm covered in blood, I'm looking for like an MMA guy to like come out and fucking just grab me, just choke me out and drop me on the fucking stage unconscious, and then it'll be over.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Hey, man, you seen his movies?
Well, right, because like you said, man, people know me for fucking jackass now. And like, I don't know, like if you listen to Howard Stern, but like he makes a point, man, that fucking people are kind of like, oh, another comedy special, you know? It's like, yeah, you know, and like, tell you what fucking Jeffrey Ross did going to the prison, doing the fucking the roast in the prison. Now I was like, fuck yes, dude, fucking right on. You know, like what Mike Tyson did with his one-man show. I mean, I had trouble watching the whole thing, even though I love Mike. He's my homeboy, but you know, that's fucking, people want to see it. And like with me, I believe fully in my comedy, man. I believe fucking fully, and I didn't do stunts to get the deal with Showtime, man. I called them out, and they fucking just watched my stand-up, and they said, "Fucking, that's hilarious, man." They said they had never laughed that much at fucking someone who wasn't known for doing stand-up. They said, we see it all the time, man. People are known for something else, and they're trying stand-up, and their shit sucks, man. For someone like that, known for other shit and doing stand-up, we've never seen such a fucking hilarious, polished act. And they fucking gave me the deal like right away.
Right on the spot, huh?
Right away.
Nice.
But now the way I'm looking at it, people don't know me as a stand-up, and so it's like, you know, like, holy fuck. Did you see Steve-O covered in blood, get choked out and dropped on his head on a fucking stage? You know, it's like, dude, I gotta see that. People are gonna like, you know, I'm gonna fucking do it all the stunts, and it's gonna bring people to my comedy, and that's where they're gonna be like, holy fuck, man, motherfucker's funny.
And I've never been sold on a comedy show like you just did. I'm not kissing your ass right now.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like, I'm a fucking alcoholic, drug addict, sexual deviant, fucking celebrity jackass, circus clown. Like, my fucking life is fucked up. And like, it's like, like, it's like cheating for me, man, to get into comedy, because like I got such a fucking bag of shit to pull out. Because most comics, people only know their jokes. You know, you don't really know the guy. You know, and with me, like, people know me, and I'm a reckless, shameless son of a bitch, man. Like, I'll just come out and say it. I got my dick sucked by a transvestite one time, you know, and I'll tell you all about it.
Top that, Corey.
I believe he can.
Tommy? Now.
I mean,
slow down, man. Hold on. Yeah, what happened with this?
I was like pretty drunk, man. Like,
Here we go.
I wasn't like really, I couldn't really tell. It looked like just a totally hot chick to me. And, you know, like I'm like all about it, man. Because I remember like I had this shady manager at the time, and he was macking on her, and I was like, oh man, like we were both so wasted. I'm like, I got her away from him, and I'm thinking like, yeah, I got her. And then we like left the venue, and someone pulls me aside and says, hey, that chick you're talking to is not a chick. And I was like, huh? Like, what? Like I'm just annoyed. Like, stop. Like, leave me alone, man. Whatever, man. And they're like, no, seriously. They said that person's a hermaphrodite, right? Like a hermaphrodite.
Like had both.
Yeah, it had like a dick and a pussy. But they said, but you know, like to be fair, they had an operation to get rid of the dick. And I'm like, cool.
That makes it all legit.
Like nothing, leaving nothing but chick. So I went for it, you know. But the funny part, like the real funny bit, man, is that like, well, I mean, the funny part, I guess, is that we snuggled. All
Y'all
night.
spooning and shit.
It wasn't just like whatever was going on, like with the plastic pussy or whatever was off limits. But the thing was, and that's the thing. I think it was whatever, man. I don't know what the deal was, but after that, I was talking to my buddy Dr. Drew, the famous doctor.
Yeah.
And Dr. Drew, I tell him about it. He says, Steve-O, there's no such thing as hermaphrodites. Clinically speaking, a dude sucked your dick.
And at that point, you're like, oh, well.
I didn't care, man. I said, dude, hey, there's been a lot of girls that looked way more like a dude than that dude.
Yeah, I've had some. Okay, here's the question.
All the Chaz Bonos I've bonoed. What's a little BJ from RuPaul?
Yeah, exactly. Shit, but the question is, and I'm sure it's been asked of you before.
Right.
Because, you know, they say.
The question is like how, like, you know, I'm sorry I interrupted you,
No,
but
please.
like, it didn't bother me, man. You know, like the one thing like that really was like crazy about it was like, I was like, fuck, Drew, you would expect a dude to do a better job.
That was my question. That's like, I was like,
you were going to say the question, did you do a good job?
yeah, did he do a better job than a woman? No.
No, you'd think if you had one, you'd know your way around the fucking thing. This dude.
well, fuck, man. There goes my prison fantasies right there. Shit.
Right.
You had prison fantasies?
Well, I said, you know,
You know what? You got to go see that therapist, man. I insist.
I have thoughts just in case I end up in that situation, you know. So if I have
The
to,
word fantasy.
yeah, but you know, get used to it. You know what I mean? So when it happens, I'll actually enjoy it. I did if I go to prison for life.
You know what else we should talk about? I interrupted you again.
No, please go ahead.
It's technically as well as my going to jail party. I'm going to jail next month, and it's like kind of big news.
So how many days do you have to do?
They sentenced me to 30 days, but that I hear that automatically gets cut in half. So the most I could do is 15, but I hear it'll be probably less. Like, I'm going to jail for fucking being like the dumbest protester ever.
I beg to differ because you got a lot
Well, it was
of attention
effective.
for it.
It was effective, but let's look at it, right? I'm going to protest SeaWorld because I think the fucking captivity of orcas is wrong. Right? So I go to a fucking random construction site, nowhere near SeaWorld. Right? I bring this fucking inflatable killer whale, right? It's a fucking inflatable toy whale, right? To climb up a 150-foot tall crane. Now you realize when you're 150 feet up in the air, nobody can see your fucking little toy whale.
Yeah.
And then like by the time I get up there, I got fucking fire trucks, I got fucking cops, dude, 80 firefighters, 18 cops, a helicopter, and a SWAT team converged.
Oh, nice. You got SWAT out.
I got SWAT out, man, and fucking, I shouldn't say this, but I will. My bill for fucking paying for, I got a bill for 80 firefighters, 18 cops, helicopter, and a SWAT team. And fucking, it was only 14 grand.
Yeah.
Oh, 14
Yeah,
grand.
I was reading about that.
Dude, I like,
there.
you know, thank God, like, they were like kind of reasonable about it, because if you've ever been in an ambulance, like for like a fucking 10-minute fucking one way, like I was on that crane for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Dude. Like that was like an hour and a half of their time. Like imagine being in an ambulance like for an hour and a half, you know, like, you know, and then 80 fucking SWAT team helicopter. I was like, oh my God, when I got out of jail the next morning, I was like pretty chipper about it. My dad's like, you realize this is going to be expensive.
But you
I'm
know
like, what do you mean, Dad?
Man, that's a bargain for marketing? Like 14
Well, yeah,
grand?
If you think about like, that as a media buy, you know, like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
SeaWorld, they're taking the orcas out.
Right, like
They're getting rid of the shows, so.
right. And you know, I like to think I had a little hand in helping, like
I
the
think you
progress
pushed
is
it
being
over.
made. I perhaps, but dude, we're not over anything, man.
Who would have known that the great Steve-O had such a heart? You're an animal activist. You're an animal rights
dude.
activist.
Big time, man. You know, vegan, fucking, I got shelter dogs and cat. I just got a cat, man.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, the first thing you learn when you get a cat is to be real careful about jacking off near it.
I usually get the cat to help out. I don't know what you do.
It's like, dude, you know, I had a roommate who had a cat.
Yeah, how does this work out, man? Yeah, explain
I
this.
had a roommate who had a cat like fucking like over 10 years ago, and I didn't even think about it. You know, the cat's name was Lucifer, and we called him we called him Lucy for short. And so I'm just sitting there fucking just doing my thing, you know, like you're saying, like fucking on the sofa in the living room, jacking off, and fucking Lucy thinks I'm fucking like, you know, like
it's a toy, like it's a cat toy. Yeah.
Lucy's rubber, you know. I got a fucking cat claw buried in my mid shaft.
So you hear that, guys?
Yeah.
Marcus, stop jacking off around your cat, man.
Yeah, but you learn quick. As I'm saying, you learn quick. It's cool, man. Like, I named my tour and I named my special Steve-O Guilty as Charged way before I came up with the fucking dumb idea to climb a crane.
Your antics have made news. I mean, let's face it, you're a celebrity and people know you for your stunts, so going to jail ain't shit for you, you know.
Right,
I mean,
and you know, I'm an attention whore, and like, you know, I won't even fucking, I won't even pretend that like it's all like, oh, let's help the whales. Man, I love animals. I do a lot of shit to help animals. But like me and Shamu, like, yo, it's like, hey, Holmes, let's fucking get some news. Yeah, because it's the one fucking tiny part of my fucking stupid, idiotic plan that makes any sense at all is going to jail. It's my lawyer. I'm like, dude, can you give me jail time? And he's like, why the fuck would you want that? And I said, well, like, if you're going to make a statement about captivity,
no, you
gotta get yourself locked up.
Now I'm just
man.
fucking pissed. Niggas out here trying to keep from going to jail, and you like, I'll volunteer.
I know.
Right, and like,
I got you no jail
Hey,
time.
will you catch a bullet for us too, please? Let me bring the audience in and let them. Let me see if anybody has any questions for you.
Sure, man.
Oh, let's
Ask
see.
me whatever the fuck you want.
And he will answer. I got your question right here. I'm going to read it, Julius. You say, hey, Steve-O and the crew, Julio here, and I want to know, what was that moment that you decided that you needed to stay at a psychiatric ward, and what was it like? Thanks, and keep on toasting.
It wasn't ever my idea to stay. Like, and thankfully, man, because I got locked up in that psych ward. That was what happened with my intervention that Knoxville pulled. They locked me up in the psych ward because I qualified for California's 5150 law. And I was so fucking belligerent when I got to the hospital, trying to spit on people and fucking just being a dick, you know? Like, they changed my status from 5150, which is a 3-day hold involuntary, to a 2-week hold. And so, and thank God. Is this for me?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks so much. Yeah, so they had me for 2 weeks, and thank God they did, because it wasn't my choice to be there, and if it was, I wouldn't have fucking got sober.
Nice. Things happen for a reason.
It wasn't my choice to be in the psych ward, but it was my choice to go from the psych ward to a rehab. And I knew that, like, people don't really get sober and stay that way, you know? And so I was like, man, I want to fucking give myself an advantage. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to fucking do it right. And so I just did everything they told me, and I went out of the rehab into, like, the sober living halfway house. And I stayed there until I had 2 years of sobriety, which is like the best decision I ever made, man.
It's just a simple question. I read your bio today, and it said you were born in London, England.
Yeah, you bet I was.
Have you ever been there?
Wait, dude, are you punking him right now?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No.
Well, the idea of being born somewhere is that you're there. But if you're asking me,
No, it's just that you hear things like Andrew Garfield. He was born here in L.A. in the United States, but he's, you know.
well, I'll break it down real quick. You know, it gets like a little, like I was born.
I'm so sorry, by the way, man.
It's okay. It's interesting to a point, but you got to be quick about it. I was born in England. My mom was born in Canada. My dad was born in America, which makes me a citizen of all 3 countries. I have 3 valid passports. I'm triple national. When I was 6 months old, my family moved to Brazil. I spoke my first words in Portuguese.
Wow.
When I was like 2, we moved to Venezuela. I spoke fluent Spanish in nursery school. Moved to Connecticut when I was 4. Started kindergarten there. I spoke 3 languages by the age of 3. I forgot 2 by the age of 5. Moved to Miami when I was 6. I moved to England when I was 9. I moved to Canada when I was 12. Moved back to England when I was 13. I did all 4 years of high school in London, England. And then I went to the University of Miami. And then I really got to traveling.
So my question was, do you think with, you being serious about protests, like, doing the thing with SeaWorld and, going over to veganism and things like that, do you think that your history affects how, people see it now?
Well, I mean, yeah, like, underneath any like story or comment or something like about me being an animal rights activist, like the one thing people bring up the most is like, oh, that motherfucker is gonna be an animal rights activist, fucking he puked up a goldfish.
Right.
Like, I mean, I puked up a goldfish. Like, I mean, that was my first thing I did for Jackass. There are a lot better things to point to if you want to call me a hypocrite. Like, but the thing is, man, whatever. Like, you know, I'm not like disqualified from doing what I can to help and be compassionate now because of any fucked up shit I did in the past.
Right.
If that's what I heard your question was, like, do you feel like my past, like working with animals, like for entertainment? Yeah,
Well,
man.
not even with your past for entertainment.
Oh,
but like,
just my
like-
checkered past of being a drug
Well,
addict.
no, not even that. Just like people like, oh, like if you get on. Let's
Oh,
say,
you shove shit up your ass. You're
No,
like,
not even that. Like, let's say like you know,
how are we supposed to take you seriously when you're the guy with
That.
fucking fireworks up his
There you
ass?
go, yes, that.
Yeah. Like, didn't I see you fucking kissing a dick?
video. Like, do we need to be worried about finding that?
Oh, yeah, that's why it wasn't gay. It's because everybody was filming it. Dude.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's not gay if they're filming it.
Gay for pay. It's cool. There
Yeah, dude. I was being paid.
you go. Can't complain about that, man.
And, you know, I'm not fucking bringing any of that dick kissing bullshit into the fucking Paramount.
I think it's good material, man. You should keep that. Yeah, write that in.
I don't know. I mean, I don't care, dude. I'd kiss a dick. I only did, I
mean,
only
my
did
choice
it one
is that or
time.
be
I
set
did
on
it one
fire.
time.
Yeah, you
Kissed a dick once.
Martin is right though. Between getting set on fire and kissing a dick, I'll suck the fucking skin off that
Yeah, I
dick.
kissed the 3 dicks.
Wow, we had just become a lot more personal with each other this evening. See what you brought out
but yeah,
with
no,
us?
And the date on the show, is that
November 21st.
November
Saturday,
21st.
November 21st at the Paramount Theater in Austin, and there's 2 shows.
Everyone, let me see here. Thanks for Steve-O coming in tonight. We appreciate it. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Go to Double Toast to check out our streams. We live stream several nights of the week. And you can try the service out 7 days for free. But not like you quit at any time. But that is it. All right, everybody. We're out of here. Good night.